lights flicker, shadows get hazardous. Stories unfold with the mind of Hazzard. Dice on the table, no script, no master list. Building whole worlds in a one-night catalyst. From alleyways dark to the games that we gather in. Pushing the limbs, no prep, just imagine it. Roll of a d6, the stakes get dramatic quick. Truth in the shadows, the system miraculous. It's the real story, yeah, we're playing it like Brian Hazzard in the house. Bring the worlds to life, no GM, just a spark and a roll of the dice. And alleys dark where the wrong meets the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We have with us Brian Hazzard. Brian Hazzard is the inventor of One Night Worlds, published by Wandering Pine Press. Sorry, I'm stepping on my words. That wonderful AI intro tripped me up a little bit. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever seen myself look that cool.
That's what we do here. We really like to show off our guests. Thanks. Josh puts a lot of work into those intros, and everybody but one person so far has loved them. So I'm glad we're still hitting that streak. So if anybody wants to know which one he doesn't like, you got to watch your own episodes and go back. I'm not telling you, but it's not who you think. So, hey, Brian, welcome to the show. The reason I wanted you on is because you've done something that I think is unique. I'm a old school role-playing game person. My sister, Kim, got me role-playing when I was a kid. And it was just probably advanced Dungeons and Dragons in the 80s. And it's something I fell in love with. I understand why it's awesome. And what we're going to get into here is what you're doing different. And let's just start with that, and then we'll go back to how you got here. So what's different, or what's your angle on role-playing games?
Well, glad you asked. I like the story side. I like doing silly voices. I like more of the narrative. I've never been big on the crunch factor. Those things can be fun. I like the tactical things. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy them. But the times that I have the most fun is when I'm just sort of like rolling off the cuff with other players. So a couple of the big factors that kind of lean into that in the games that I design is, one, I tend to design for no GM. Part of that is because without that, I tend to be the forever GM, and I want to be.
Right? If you do it once, you're doing it forever.
Exactly. I want to be part of the story, in a character, embodying a character, so I can, put on my voice and, that sort of thing. And another thing is that I have never been big on having to study a setting before I can play. I've looked at, big RPGs, and I've found myself get overwhelmed, feeling like I have to be like a history buff for that RPG, because I don't want to be an imposter or like a fraud. I'm the GM, and yet I'm the least knowledgeable person about the setting. Right. And it doesn't work unless you study. And frankly, with two kids, and up until recently a full-time job, we'll get into that, I think.
That's next.
I just never had time for that. I loved reading those books, but ultimately the games rarely ever made it to the table. So because of that, I go for zero prep design, where the setting, you get just sort of little teasers of the setting, but the setting reveals itself, or in a way you kind of create it yourself through character creation and during scenes and that sort of thing. So you may hear that sometimes called an anti-canon philosophy for games, where I'll present a setting and I have some backstory stuff in mind, but really I focus, the idea is that the player overrides all of that. Whatever happens at the table, that's canon, right? And also, well, I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah. So those are two big things: zero prep and GM-less. Yeah.
And quickly, I think that was the other thing. Like you're
Oh,
six. Yeah, you currently have 4 games, and I think like the thing that I also found appealing was I want to play, but I can't always like getting a group of my friends together at this age, all together on every Thursday night or every night. A regular
Right.
thing is very hard, and then somebody will move or somebody something happens, and then your campaign. Like I like the idea of something can happen in a night or two.
Exactly.
I think that's why card games work so well for a lot of people because there's no commitment beyond the night.
Right. So, you can play one of these games easily within an hour, and you won't have a full story arc come out of that, right? But you will be able to embody a character for an hour and get to like a cool cliffhanger. That's what I found. When you play for an hour, you usually get to like, oh, this feels like a great place to stop because it's a cool cliffhanger. We may never pick up the game again, but nonetheless, it was satisfying, right?
Yeah, and that worked in well with my old game nights because that was the time between we started playing, somebody ordered a pizza, the pizza shows, then we're done playing.
Mhm.
Like we would come
Exactly.
back. The thought was we're coming back to play, but we didn't. The
Right.
other thing, and sorry to interrupt you here, but like the other thing that I thought that this would be great for is to introduce new role players to what role playing is. There's not a lot of commitment here. They don't have to memorize these rules and then that, or even getting in the rules explanation. You're gonna have 13 dice, and these 2 are for this, and only use the triangle one
Yep.
for this time. When I say, we'll tell you, don't worry. And like you're basically being a puppet for 2 games before you get your feet under you. I like the fact that yours is like this is going to be role playing. Here you go. This is your name.
Yep.
Go.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the 4 games. There are 6 games total that are in this sort of One Night Worlds collection, the original collection. And all of them are, well, actually that's not true. 4 of them are 1 page front and back. The other 2, the reason they ended up dropped from the collection when I moved into the new format for them is I kind of got designer brain on them and expanded them. I couldn't help myself. I expanded them beyond the 1 page
Feature
format.
creep.
Yeah, exactly. Feature creep. You'd think I'd know better because I've been a product manager for over 15 years, but nonetheless, it's
There we go with our segue. Thank you very much. You've done this before, I could tell. So before you started Wandering Pine Press, which I said correctly now that I've settled into it, who were you? Who did you start your office career as, and where were you at the end? And you don't have to tell me what happened, but what happened?
No, I don't mind going into that either. So I started out my career in software development, and I'll try to keep this brief, but I will give a couple of little pastiches, vignettes, whatever. So my very first job out of college was for a company that when you sign the agreement, it's almost like the military. You don't know where you're going to be deployed. And my recruiter, after I signed the agreement, a few months go by, I was still in college at the time, and she calls me to let me know like where I've been deployed, and it was Helena, Montana. Now Montana is a really cool place, but Helena has this interesting facet to it, at least to my experience when I was there, which is that as soon as everybody graduates high school, they get the heck out of there. And then they come back when they turn like 30 or something. Well, here I was like 22, 23. I don't know how old I was, and there's just nobody my age. So I hated it. Anyway, the reason I tell you all that is that I've always been somebody who has been like really passionate about whatever it is that I'm doing. And at the time it was software development. In the company I worked for, there was nobody sort of to be friends with outside of the company. And within the company, nobody seemed particularly interested in software development. So I had to get the heck out of there. It was just sort of a day job for people, right? Anyway, I moved on from there, and I was a software developer for a few more years. I found a great company that I worked with for a number of years, where I was a software developer at first. But what I found was that I didn't really like just making the sausage, so to speak. I wanted to know why those particular ingredients were going into the sausage and have a say in what ingredients were going into the sausage.
Right.
And so that's what led me into product management. And for anybody who's not familiar with the term product manager in technology companies, what a product manager does is a little bit of everything. They're kind of the connective tissue in one of those companies. Generally speaking, they need to be aware of the market and what customers, what problems the target customer has, and how they're currently solving those problems, and how they're currently, failing to solve those problems, and take all of that information in, and also understand technologically what's possible,
And how
work.
fast.
Yeah, exactly, and work closely with engineers to sort of negotiate, priorities and that sort of thing.
Like you use the word
ultimately-
negotiate.
Exactly. Ultimately create a product with a team of people and get it shipped. And getting it shipped is the key thing there. Like one of my mottos that I'm like relearning as a game designer is done is better than perfect, right? So yeah.
That's a very interesting lesson that you learn quickly in the business world. I've known a lot of software engineers, software devs, coders, hackers. I myself typed in programs from magazines on my Commodore 64 when I was a kid, but
Nice.
never went into that field. So I have one question for you. You're a programmer, as I just like to lump everybody together. You made a game that's on paper.
Yes. It's a funny thing. When you work all day with computers for decades, you start to lose love for the computers. I don't know. So like I still to this day I'm a technologist, absolutely. Like any kind of cool technology trend, I can't help myself but dive into it. But mostly what I really like is to understand how things work and get under the hood of those things. And, so another little tangent for a moment. I recently got interested in magic, like magic tricks, right? And so, I've got right here, I've got a deck of cards. I don't plan to do a magic trick. Please don't ask me to do a magic trick. But yeah, I always have a deck of cards and coins and things like that near me. Why do I bring this up? Within a year of getting into magic as a hobby, I now have a library of over 100 magic books. I couldn't help myself. And yes, there's a number of those that I haven't read because, oh God, I've got an addiction or something like that. But I spent countless hours just diving in and understanding how magic works and why it works and the theory behind it and all that kind of thing. So bringing it to RPGs, I have obviously I've played a number of games, but I have read an innumerable number of games to understand what makes them tick. And that just fascinated me. So video games are cool. Why didn't I make a video game? Because I was kind of tired of computers and screens. And also stories. I've always been a storyteller. And RPGs, like video game RPGs are a very different animal than tabletop RPGs. And tabletop RPGs to me are story engines in such a fascinating way. And the millions of approaches that people have taken to how to generate story, it just sort of like it gets my engine going.
I like it. I've never seen somebody who could program well, and I'm not saying you can't, who could program, just not instantly go to, I'm going to make this a program. It'll be a like text adventure if it has to be. Yeah. But like, I appreciate the fact you left your medium. You also left your comfort zone to do this full time with your wife. And that's something before we play, which will be next. I promise everybody we're going to play next. First off, I have a challenge for you before I forget.
Sure.
Your game would be great by a campfire if there was a way to get like either just a scan on a phone or whatever. I say you make like a slightly longer form version of it, Campfire Tales. There's kind of horror stories around the campfire that you role play. I would play that, so I'm challenging you because I want to see it. Anyway,
I do. By the way, I do have a haunted house game, so I love the idea. I could certainly see myself going in that direction. I love horror stories. Unfortunately, my wife and kids absolutely despise horror, so we'll see.
Hey, we got some yeses there. Oh, that's you guys. The question I have, because your wife, and great segue, you have you can always go back to the corporate world, right? It's not saying like you left that forever if you have to, but you left a safe corporate world, a life you had built with 2 children, young children, to start a company, to get into a market that is tough, honestly, to get into. But you're a product manager. You do your research. I know you do your research, and how did this conversation go? Did it happen over a long period of time, or was it I came home from work, honey, I'm done? How did this happen, and how quickly was she on board?
So the very first thing that happened was several years ago, before I had any thought that I might leave the corporate world, which was that I just got obsessed with the hobby, and in particular micro games, little tiny RPGs. I was participating in game jams and creating a bunch of little games, and selling them for $1, $2 a pop type of thing. Not a lot of sales or anything like that. But I built up a little collection of these and picked my favorites, and decided to do a Kickstarter and try my hand there, doing like publishing the Kickstarter. I knew I didn't want to get into a mess of like physical publishing or anything like that, because I still had a full-time job. So I did a digital only thing. But when I do something, I can't help but like really try to do it. So I spent the time building up a podcasting audience. I've spent the time just developing audience in a few different ways, and then launched the campaign and did reasonably well. I'm not going to say that like I made the earth shake or anything like that, but I had over 1,000 backers, which for a little indie game is pretty good. Several games is pretty good. And that was the first sort of like, maybe there's something here, but I went back to my day job, and in fact, hit some trouble fulfilling on that Kickstarter campaign. Like I intended to deliver this within, 3 to 6 months. And years later, we can talk about this briefly, but years later, I'm still working on fulfilling that initial campaign. And I'll come back to that, because I've come up, speaking of product manager, I've come up with an interesting approach to how I'm doing that. The reason that happened was that whole scope creep thing, right back to full circle to the scope creep. I had some cool ideas, so the games were more or less done. The 1-pager games were more or less done. But I had some cool ideas for how I would want to expand these into a quote unquote campaign edition. Right. And on paper, they felt, oh, this is easy. I can do this. No big deal. I was excited because we were like mid campaign with this. I didn't do the math. And it turns out that combinatorial math is a real bitch. Oh, sorry.
We can swear here. We can swear here.
So just to give you an example, that I'm currently working on fulfilling the first of 4 of these games in campaign edition, and I'm very close to actually like shipping it now. What started as a 1-page game is now in a raw format without the art in it is over 90 pages. So like it's a book,
It's a full manual size. Yeah.
Yeah. And also now, like, so the book beta version is done. I'm sending it out to beta readers now who are giving me feedback and that sort of thing. And of course, continuous play testing and all that kind of thing. But also at least one drawing a night right now to create art for it. And I need to have like lots of art to make
Yeah.
this, feel like a compelling product and not just like a fever dream or something like that. Coming real quick, if it's okay, I'd like
But
to
you're
talk
doing
a
it
little bit.
right. I think that speaks a lot to fulfilling that promise. Like, yeah, I could dump something out and put something in people's hands, but it's going to be right. I love
Right.
that attitude. I think the campaigns I've backed Kickstarter wise, I've always appreciated doing it right rather than just put something in my hands. So yeah, I've weighted myself, and I seems like you built a community too who gets it.
Yeah, and there was, speaking of doing it right, like back at the time when I initially did that Kickstarter campaign, like AI wasn't a thing, right? So in theory, I could just let me generate a bunch of AI art and be done with it, right? But the thing is, people, first of all, the community of indie RPG players tends to be very skeptical of AI. So that's one thing. But also, that's not what they bought. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm hand drawing all of the art. Now, it won't be as pretty as if I just AI generated it, frankly, but it will be me, and you're getting something that a creator created. And not just me, by the way. My wife is also she hasn't really participated so much in the writing of the book, but though she's doing a lot of the editing, but she's doing a lot of the artwork as well. So
nice. Yeah, and I think people pay for the human. The simple of it is, yes, AI can do some beautiful things, and we use it. Obviously, we used it for our intro, but there's also the human element. There's something, you put the time into this. That's what they're paying for. If anybody else can go, I want to see a dragon standing on a pile of gold, and AI could draw it. Like, you doing it, your vision is what people pay for. That's why an artist exists. And I think we're going to find more and more that if you can only do stuff as well as AI, or as impersonal or soulless as AI, then you're going to be struggling for work. But the people that have a soul and they're putting things into it, I think we're going to see that stand out. And unfortunately, we're also going to see people lie and abuse it.
You discover things about yourself too. Like, frankly, I didn't know that I could draw, and I'm not obviously Rembrandt or anything like that, but and the idea of drawing figures like characters, people, was always very scary to me. Now, frankly, I avoid drawing hands because they're like the bane of an amateur artist's existence. But I found that I can produce some character portraits that I'm pretty proud of. So yeah, and I wouldn't know that if I just clicked go on an AI generation tool. So
that's half the fun of what you do in creating, is you get to learn about yourself and what your limits are and how to improve. Like, every time I improve something I sucked at, it's always great to see, oh wow, I reached another level. It's the same feeling of leveling up in a game, in a video game, when you do it in real life. Like, somebody who's learned how to play guitar knows what it's like to finally hit that chord after that chord right, and do it consistently. So hey, we want to get on to the game. There's so much more I could talk to you, and that's just a reason to bring you back and play another game, as far as you ask me.
Have me back on. I've got several more games.
We probably will. I can't. So everybody who's watching this, I want to welcome you for being here, for watching this. We're going to play the game. I'm not sure if we talked about this at the top of the show or before we went live. I have not really read the instructions. I believe Josh and Zaz have watched it. Guys, you can pop up on the screen whenever you're ready. So we're coming in kind of like a group of people would we're in the basement of your friend's house or at a fire or whatever. We're coming into it like that. Some of us know a little bit more than others. Brian, you're going to introduce us to the game and what we need to do to play it.
Absolutely.
You're in charge. I'm going to adjust my light, which has been bugging me the whole show. So keep talking.
We have done a little bit of pre-prep in terms of creating characters, or at least parts of characters, but I'm going to walk us through this as if we haven't done that. And really all we've done is saved ourselves the time of going, oh, I actually already rolled that. You should try to roll something else. So here we go. I'm going to start from the top. And again, the game here is called In Alley's Dark. And part of the pitch of it is that it is GM-less and zero prep. So let's put that to the test right here.
Which is located on Kickstarter, by the way. You can find this on Kickstarter. So
yes.
In Alley's Dark.
So by the way, in the in the studio chat here, I put the link if somebody could.
Oh yeah, no, it's already coming up right now. Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna kind of get into character here and read the intro so that we can kind of get into the vibes of it. Okay. Rankston is known by outsiders for the big city glitz and glamour of Tempo Plaza. But away from the flickering neon, residents are stacked up like vultures on a carcass, ripping scraps where we can take them. Mayor Baker and his rival Councilman Patterson sling mud at each other for the pretense of political prestige. But the real power is Commissioner Kelly's alone. The department enforces a warped law and order with short tempers and fast bullets. They use the violent mysteries that plague this city as impetus to incriminate anyone with the audacity to stand in their way. Yet the Shiners work in the shadows to keep Kelly and his ruffians honest. We light a fire in the dark, investigating crimes undercover. That's what it is, not underneath. to ensure justice is served. To avoid the wrath of the department, we have to move dun 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 in alleys dark. So that's the premise of the game, okay? Is we're in this group called the Shiners, which some of my own little world building nonsense. If this was not the creator here, you might come up with your own ideas, and that's kind of the point. Is the idea that maybe we call ourselves the Shiners to kind of throw people off our case. They think that what we're being shifty about is that we're like running moonshine or something like that.
Okay.
But really, but really what we're doing is we're investigating the crimes that the cops, the kind of corrupt police officers, are either failing to investigate or are kind of using to their own benefit. So that is the premise. The next thing we would do is we would go ahead and create characters, which we have done. I'm just going to give a quick run through of the way character creation works, and then we'll just get into the actual characters that we have. So basically, there are 6 traits. We've pre-rolled. I said 6 and held up 5. There are 6 traits. Math is hard, okay?
That wasn't invented until the 1960s, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have math back in those days. So there are 6 traits. We've pre-rolled 5. The traits are cover, which is what we do kind of in the light, if you will, to cover our tracks and have a reason to operate without getting caught. Actually, let's take these one at a time. Why don't we each say what our cover is, and then we'll move forward. So Nathaniel, what's your cover?
I will start my cover. I got my sheet up. I'm a bartender at Drowned Rat Drinkery, where strong spirits and open ears are sought. I'm also female, so I should probably use a more feminine voice without being offensive.
Please.
Maybe
please. Nope. Whatever you're going to go for in the second one, don't do that. Stick with the first one.
I was going to add Pittsburgh.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a Pittsburgh.
Yin's guys don't understand.
Never mind. Nope. I was right the first time. Stick with that.
All right. I'll just be female.
Zaz, how about you?
Okay. So I'm Abel Spade and barber at the Close Shave, which is neutral ground on Temple Plaza, where enemies are civil. I love it. So, yeah.
Beautiful. It's the old trope of the barbershop is Sweden. Yep. How about you, Josh?
I am the evidence custodian in the department where truth is locked away.
Very nice. You're in the belly of the beast. And I am a mail courier to the grid district, where the kind and cruel crop up on every corner. So I'll say this now, because this will happen during the game. We may forget what each other's characters' like traits are. So it's on you to kind of like remind people like, ooh, but remember, I'm the mail courier, right? For that sort of thing, which can help, prompt things in the story. All right. Our next trait is shadow. So this is kind of something in our past that may very well come up in this game today, may or may not. So how about Nathaniel, you give us your shadow?
Sorry, I'm trying to bring it up. I'm trying to get everything organized. So, Shadow, as an angry teen, I joined the Bounders for a sense of safety. Why did they let you go?
Yeah, so that last part there is kind of a question here to prompt
that's for me.
for you. Yeah, so to prompt you to kind of add your spin here. So why? So first of all, there's a question here. You get to define what the Bounders are, right? And then secondly, there's an implication of why would they have not let you go? And then the actual question here, which is why did they let you go?
Do I have to answer that now?
You can hang on to it. Totally fine to leave it open-ended.
I want to refine my idea. So I'm going to throw it in character speech-wise as we go.
Sounds good. All right, Zaz?
Write my notes.
Okay, so for Shadow, correct? 2 tickets to the Lansford Theater for the big premiere. You like how I almost like wanted it. Sorry, was that right?
That's actually your trinket. So it's the
that's my trinket. Oh
yeah.
shoot! So reading is difficult. Yeah. Apparently, I'm gonna need 2 seconds to pull that up. Just wait for one moment. I'll be right back.
You didn't do the nice character. Josh, you want to go with yours? Just the speed.
I was gonna. Yeah. Did you hear? I was about ready. I'm like non-committal in the voice yet. I haven't. Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah, I owe money to Enzo Marinosi. That how we're pronouncing that one, please?
Sounds good. Marinosi.
Yeah.
So why don't you have it?
Bound.
I know why I don't have it, but I'm not gonna reveal that just yet, I think.
All right. I love it. It'll be a surprise. All right.
Yeah.
Zaz, are you good, or do you want me to go?
Yeah. So okay, Shadow was. Oh yeah. Why didn't that? Okay. I once enjoyed fame alongside co-star Raven Black.
Oh, celebrity alert.
Yeah. That's kind of where I was. Yeah. Why aren't you recognized now? And there was an accident on set. You know.
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's as much as I want to get into it for now. But yeah.
All right. I love the idea that you're like cutting people's hair and trimming their beards and stuff, and maybe they're even like, whatever happened to that?
Yeah, exactly.
My shadow is I watched an influential member of the Shiners die in front of me. Why didn't you save them? Yeah, that's a good question. I think that maybe I was new. I was new, a little bit cowardly, and it still haunts me to this day. This was actually the person who recruited me to the Shiners. We'll say that this person's name was, I don't know, what's a good. I'm tempted to say George. I think I always go with George for this kind
Use
of thing.
the last name. Thayer.
Thayer?
Thayer. I don't know.
Thayer. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's George Thayer, actually.
George Thayer. He's
Yeah,
from
so
Canada.
George,
You don't know him.
Yep. And he I'm not even going to say what happened to him. It was gruesome. But I just got the heck out of there. I had an opportunity to save myself and I took it. So next up will be grit. And your grit is basically a thing that drives you. So and it does imply something potentially about your past, but more importantly, it is sort of a core motivation for your character. Nathaniel?
Now I have a smiling face. I do. It's stamped on the first page of the Pinkston Inquirer.
Nice.
You should read it. None of it's true.
Very good. I think you can interpret it the way you want here, but the idea here is as written is I'll have my smiling face stand. So it's like a
Damn it. No. I read that when I typed this all out first. Now you're good to correct me on this. So
yeah, but
so
it's
that's
okay
my grit. That's my attitude, my edge, at least the way I'm thinking of it. So Let me rephrase it. Use the same voice. I have my smiling face stamped on the first page of the Pinkston Inquirer.
One more correction, because now it's just fun. It's Rankston.
I'm also illiterate. That's a
But
secret.
let's take a vote. Does anybody want to
Rankston.
call it Pinkston? Do we want this? Do we want the town
No.
to be Pinkston? No?
I'm not going to
Rankston.
argue with the creator of this game mid-game.
No.
Well, in that case, let's call it
What?
Pinkston. I want it to be Pinkston. can we call it Pinkston?
Plot twist. I love it.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
We're following.
Nobody's-
Yeah, of course.
Nobody's complaining. It's Pinkston now.
If we're gonna find out
Um,
Josh has his artwork, like just he has to quickly erase all of it.
Well, if there's art, we'll keep it Rankston. But
No,
now it's
it was
Pinkston.
joking.
Okay.
Now it's
Trinket.
Pinkston on my sheet too.
Oh wait, no, we didn't get through all the grits. We only did one grit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Zaz,
ruined
you're
it for
one.
everybody.
Yeah, I will get justice for everyone who has been framed by the department. See,
Very
slowly
good.
getting there. Yeah,
On
it's getting there.
brand.
Oh, his was
On
easy.
brand for yep. Yeah, it's very much like, I mean, are we all
Yeah,
trying to do
letters.
this? And you, John?
I just see. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I'm going to save up some cash and get out of the grid district.
All right. You're kind of stuck. In mine, I don't even remember what mine was. What was it? I will
I'm
protect
still.
innocent Pinkstonians. It was Rankstonians. We're going to change it from Enzo Marinosi.
Enzo Marinosi. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Who had the other? Oh yeah. So Josh, your character. What's your character's name, by the way, Josh?
I am Tuck Faber.
Tuck Faber. I want to write that down.
Yeah. That looks like a duck. Yeah.
You
big-
have you owe money to Enzo, and I want to protect innocent Rankstonians. Oh, sorry, Pinkstonians from Enzo Marinosi. Cool. Let's move on to. Nope, we didn't do. Did we get to yours already, Josh, for the grit?
Yeah, I'm going to save up some cash to get out of there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Okay, trinket. So the trinket is just a physical thing that you have, right? That might imply some story threads here.
Yeah.
Nathaniel?
So you can see in this photo that I have this ring,
God.
and it actually belongs to Raven Black.
I
And
love it.
you,
Wait.
yeah.
Oh, dots are
Mhm.
okay. Connecting dots. All right.
You probably want to know why I have it.
I do. I want to know why you have it.
Yeah.
We went to school together. I had a year in college before I became a bartender, and she was my roommate. She left it behind, and she made it. She was famous shortly after there, and I've had this ever since. I hope to see her someday. Give it back.
I
Nice.
don't think
Remind me,
that's
what was
true.
your
Can I say
character's
that
name?
yet?
I'm Jess H. Putram.
Cool. What did you say, Josh?
I said I don't think that's true. Can I say that?
Oh, you think he's lying, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Well, you can think I'm a liar all you like, but you still got to go through me if you want to drink.
Zaz, what's your trinket?
My trinket is going to be the 2 tickets to Lansford Theater for a big premiere. Why is this show the talk of the town?
Why is it? What do you
I know
think?
who's in it.
That is when the fabled Jesus Abled Spade was going to announce his comeback to announce something. It was going to be to a show because he'd been disappeared for so long since the accident,
So
and
you have
nobody
Oh,
knows
two tickets to
why
your
the
own
accident
show?
happened. Sorry.
You have 2 tickets to your own show, to your own comeback show.
Wow, way to ruin it.
No,
Thanks,
he's going to
man.
announce
Yeah.
something there. You see.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he's
On
right.
his
That
show.
kind of.
Okay.
No,
I
this
need
is
to
your
reword it.
show.
No.
I wanted to make sure I understood. That's all.
You
No,
could
no.
jump on this up behind stage, behind the
See,
president.
this is how
behind-
new I am, Brian. I always think I have something ready to go, and then
No, it's cool.
yeah.
I like. Are you planning revenge or something? Is that what's?
Well,
going
that was
on?
the thing. That was part of the. And I guess I don't know how deep we're going to get with this or how this will part. The issue was it was an accident. I have a full beard now. I didn't. Now I have scars, and the beard covers those scars because that was the accident when I was famous with Raven Black. I was
Oh,
being blackmailed as somebody who's famous, I refuse to
well.
work for the department.
Okay, I have a proposal already here, which is that when we start out first scene, you will see how the scene titles roll here, and if it points us in a new direction. But I think it'd be cool for us to start going to that show. We'll see. Okay, and then Josh, your trinket.
I have irrefutable proof of a rumored affair with Mayor Baker.
Hmm.
It says, "What can't you bring yourself to do with it?" I
Well,
think I'm just I'm waiting on the right time. You know, I think there's an opportunity will present itself to make sure it works out for everybody.
All right. Sounds good. My trinket is an odd one here. It's a pallet of stolen foods to anonymously donate to Proffered Spoon. Who noticed it missing? A pallet of stolen foods. Could we say that it was stolen from? Would it make sense for it to be stolen from the drowned rat? And Jess noticed it missing.
I mean, you could, but why would she have a pallet of food in a bar? Have to be a pretty big event. Have to be a pretty big event. I'm not saying
Wow.
no,
Sounds like
but a
something
big
a
event.
charity would have.
The after party for the show is scheduled to be held at the Drowned Rat. Why they would go to the Drowned Rat of all places, I don't know, but
That's where Raven Black did her first show.
there you go. And that's all the fancy food, but it's gone. Uh-oh. Okay. So, the flare. So flare is basically a special skill that your character can do.
I like mine.
Jess, what's your flare?
Well, I fully believe, boys, some problems can be solved with a good brawl. And if that's true, I'm a great problem solver.
I love it. I love that you're the female in the group, and I just imagine that you're just punching people's lights out with that emerald ring.
Maybe it's a special ring. I don't know.
Half the people in the bar actually have indents of that exact same, like, you know who the new ones are and who the locals are just by that indent.
You can tell who has an unpaid tab and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Nice. Zaz, by the way, what was your character's name, Zaz?
Abel Spade.
Abel Spade. Cool. And what was your trinket?
My trinket was the 2 tickets to Lansford Theater for the big premiere.
I'm sorry. Your flare.
The flare,
That's my trinket, yeah.
Whenever I can, I could become a face in the crowd, a shadow no one remembers.
Well, that goes well with your with the fact that nobody recognizes you too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I had like this whole thing, like one day, like I'm cutting somebody's hair and they were reading the newspaper and it's like up to here in the mirror and they're like, wait a minute, like one of those, aren't you? And you spin the chair and it's like, yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm already way deep.
Can I pitch something here?
100%. Absolutely.
So this is your acting talent. So like this is how you can blend in so well. First of all, you're not memorable as who you were, right? But also, you can pretty much just embody any character, and
you just made this 200% more cooler. Like I thought this was awesome to begin with, but that, like, using the rolling charisma every single time, just yes, let's go. I'm on board.
Love it.
Oh,
Josh?
so you're gonna just get zeros on charisma.
So that's the running joke. Brian is I am terrible at rolling.
Perfect. Hey, this system is a little different. So the question will be, are you a gambler? But we'll see. Josh, what's your flair?
I can tell if you're lying just by the way you look, and I will call your bluff if I need to.
All right. So you're kind of a human lie detector. And mine is a no enter sign is an invitation for me. No lock can keep me out or in, for that matter.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think this is
Useful
interesting
skill.
paired with the mail courier, because like I also have a reason to be just about anywhere, and I can break in. So I think I am likely a valued member of the Shiners. Very good. I don't have a name for my character yet, so I'm gonna come up with one now. Also, George. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'll be Gregory. How about Gregory? And it's to be clear, it's not Gregory, it's Gregory.
Gregor,
I don't know why.
Irish,
It's Gregory. Yeah.
Scottish, like the Berg, bruh.
And I don't ever talk about. I haven't given my last name. I don't know mainly because I don't want
Ooh.
to come up with a last name.
Like Cher or Prince. Yeah. Gregory.
Maybe there will be a big reveal. And my last name is anyway. Cool. So the last one, which we have not rolled for yet, so this will be our first set of actual live on the air rolls.
Nice.
Is entanglement. So entanglement is something that's going to connect our characters together. What we're going to do is each of us will roll, and then we will ask the question to another player to answer as their character. All right. So, Jess, if you could roll for entanglement.
Josh, I'll let you roll for me. Up on the screen there.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
He
here
put
we
it up
go.
there. I might as well use it.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Roll button.
No, I'm hitting the wrong window because I have too many things open. Sorry, 1 second.
3, 2, 1, roll. 3, 2, 1, roll.
Shoot.
We waited for that. I'll take it. Is that good or bad? Or do we gamble now?
So you just there's no good or bad for this particular roll, but basically you just read the question for number 6 on the entanglement, which I can read for you if you don't have it in front of you.
Please do. I would dig longer.
Sure. So I'm going to read it, and then you decide who this question is for. So everybody should listen in case it's for you. The question is, and this is basically Jess would be asking your character this question: what secret do we share about the stellar rise of Raven Black?
Well, Zaz, what secret do we share about the star Raven Black?
Now, is this off the top of the dome? Because I mean, you guys heard I already had like some heavy lore, so I don't want to ruin it.
No,
Yeah,
You can.
it's I found out, or we before pre-fame, because again used to work with Raven Black, that they were working with the department as an informant to catch the communists. Sorry, no, that was probably a little bit Twitch. I was kidding. Sorry, little.
Okay, so they were working with the department. Ooh,
May have been working. Yeah, May.
Yeah.
And that's the department found out.
So is the idea that the department has been helping them rise, and that's
yes. Yes.
okay.
Yes, with information
I like it.
using Hollywood.
They're like a propaganda star, basically.
Thank you. That's where yes.
James Franco. But
Love
never
it.
mind.
That's
Here we go.
actually good Nora.
So if we could do another roll.
Here we go.
I need to get better in the character. I need to focus on when I tell this with the voice, with the lines, because I got noir lines. Oh, what do we got? Okay, with the roll. So with this, I actually found a chamber with bullets in it, with dice, with the bullets. So I got a
my
6 of my own,
gosh.
Josh.
What a
thank
perfect
you.
dice
Do it up.
set. For
Yeah.
this.
First time it's being rolled. Here we go. It's going to be a 1, or it doesn't matter now. So it's
Yeah.
we have ourselves a 3.
A 3. Okay, so your
You can see
question
that on camera, cheater.
Oh,
that
Oh, I can't
Abel.
do that. Sorry.
So Abel will be asking this to a character of your choice, and it is: how did you help me prove my innocence against the false evidence of the department? Now, here I want to point out something interesting here, which is that you're the custodian, right? The evidence custodian.
Me, I'm the
No, okay, so he is.
I'm the
There you go.
barber. Yeah.
I think I just gave you a good person.
I was like literally saying, I was like, I'm looking right at our buddy Tuck Faber. And bear with me. Number 3. How did you help me? So it'd be how did you help me prove my innocence against the false evidence of the department? Yeah, Abel or not Abel,
Well,
Tuck.
we never actually found the evidence, but we made sure that things that needed to be there were there when they needed to be.
Oh, so you
Ooh, clever.
helped implicate someone else? Is that what you're saying?
We made sure that it didn't look like it was Abel.
Abel.
What they wanted it to look like. Remember, there was an accident. Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is so. Yes.
All right, Josh.
Yeah.
All right, here I'm gonna roll. I don't have a cool dice set, so here we go. I got a 6 again. Should I roll again?
Okay. Yeah, just roll again. So if you get a 6 or a 3, we'll keep
3.
rolling. That's hilarious. Perfect.
2. I got a
2. All right. So your question will be, how did you help me end my messy romance with a Marinosi?
I'm gonna ask Gregora that.
Gregory. Gregory. It's like I don't know if you ever saw True Blood. The character Suke. He always said Suke.
Suke. That was like the greatest. Yes.
My name is pronounced
Yeah.
Gregory. Let's see. How did I help? You know what? I fell on the sword and took on that relationship. I am still in a relationship with a Marinosi right now, which is interesting because I want to protect innocent Rankstonians from Enzo Marinosi. So I'm Pinkstonians. Yes, thank you.
How do you like
Flintstonians.
Yes.
Pinkstonians against Enzo Marinosi. So I'm thinking that the reason I did this was to get closer to the devil.
Nice. Oh man,
Gregora.
No-
There's some dark
nothing's
in there.
clean in this town.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that oh wait, no, I need an entanglement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
And I of course got a oh wait, did you roll for me? No, I just rolled. I got a
No, I
1.
didn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
you got a 1. There you go.
How did you retrieve something cherished taken from me by the Bounders? So I think I have to go to Jess for this one, due to Jess's connection with the Bounders.
Well, it's not the reason I joined the Bounders as a team. I joined because I thought I was good enough to join them, honestly. But when I got there, they had something that didn't belong to them clearly. It was perhaps one of the greatest writing awards ever awarded to anybody in this city. And your name was on it, and they had no reason to have it. So I stole it. And it took me years to ever even encounter you. But when I did, as you remember, the second time we ever met up, I had it with me and handed it to you.
I like it. Awesome. Okay, so now I've got sorry, I'm just trying to think of a thread to pull on here. You said it was like a writing award, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever it doesn't, you could give it a name if you want, but it's a really prestigious writing award, regional.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking poetry.
Yes.
I'm a poet.
Call it poetry.
Gregory.
It works.
Gregory the poet.
Gregor,
Out of
that is amazing. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to step on you.
No, that's good.
That's amazing.
All right, so I'm gonna read now our mission. And so this is basically just to give us a framework to play within for this session. So here it is. The Shiners, our secretive guild of justice seekers, has been investigating a string of gruesome deaths. All signs point to the work of, wait for it, Bubblegum Johnny. But we lack the smoking gun we need to close the case. Recently, the cover of our leader, Quinn Rivers, was blown. The commissioner saw to it that Quinn was framed for the very murders we were investigating. The trial was swift, and the sentence, execution. We must rescue Quinn before it's too late, and acquire irrefutable evidence of Bubblegum Johnny's guilt to force the department's hand and see justice served. All right, so that's the high level premise here, and this actually gives me a moment to pitch the project for In Alley's Dark that's coming up on Kickstarter.
On Kickstarter, yeah.
I know. So one of the things I mentioned that the game that I'm working on fulfilling right now is a science fiction game called Terminus X7Z. The next Kickstarter campaign, which we won't be launching until that fulfills, but you can go to the URL here and follow the pre-launch. So when it does go live, you can get it. Basically, it expands upon this to a very large book, at least 90 pages in length from what is currently a front and back thing. And one of the reasons for that additional length is that it provides a lot of additional missions out of the box, as well as a mission generator tool so that you can create your own missions. So if you like the game and want to play more than one session, you have plenty of missions to play through, and of course you can create your own missions as well. Anyway, back to play. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna ignore agenda for now, because given that we're doing a single session, it's not super relevant. But if you do have the book in front of you, you can kind of just like glance at those, and they kind of serve as opportunities to just like, oh, this would be an interesting time to bring in this sort of narrative beat,
Okay.
All right. So now what we're going to do is get right into the game loop for actually playing out scenes. So the very first thing that we'll do is roll on the matrix for a scene title. And the scene title is meant to give us a little bit of a creative spark, and also provide some constraints that'll kind of push our game in unexpected directions. All right. Is this a fresh roll, Josh?
Yes, it can. I have not rolled it yet. I just brought it up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
It can roll whenever you'd like.
Yeah. So roll it
Let's
twice. So
roll.
we get 2. Yep.
All right. Roll. We got a 4
Mm-hmm.
and a 2.
All right. So we could either go with a scandalous revelation or the deadliest debt. Is either scandalous revelation. Okay. I still like personally the idea of starting us off at the Langford. If everybody thinks that's kind of interesting, we can go there.
Sure.
So we'll have some kind of scandalous revelation at the Langford. So now we'll choose our goal. What is it that we want here? I'm thinking that, Zaz, since you are the person with the tickets, why don't you kind of give us an idea of what you want out of this?
Sorry for the pause. It's
Fair.
So probably to bring Raven Black's involvement with the department to light, whether it be good or bad, but the involvement itself needs to be brought to light, so that way there will be justice. And my name, air quotes, because nobody knows about my past, is sort of clear, and I can at least put that trauma and those scars away.
I like it.
Sure.
Okay, so you're basically here to cause the scandalous revelation. I like that. Okay.
That would be, the scandalous revelation being that Raven is that not scandalous enough? I feel like I'm probably.
No, I think that's great. I think that's great. Cool. So the next thing we'll do is frame the scene. So what each player will do is pick some aesthetic elements to add to the scene's description. So these can be, anything from colors to smells to sights or anything like that. So for example, I have the game in front of me, so I'm going to take the creative shortcut here of just picking one of the words on this list. And I'm going to go with leather. I think that there are this is a fancy theater, and the all of the seats are immaculate leather, seating, nice and cush. Anybody else
Okay.
want to add? We don't all have to add something, but if you've got an idea for just little aesthetic elements you want to throw in, now's the time.
I like fog outside.
I like it. So it's a foggy night.
Yes. Yeah.
It's noir.
Fog and
I gotta have fog.
And I think that if you got leather inside, if you got nice seats, I think it has to probably be smoky and smell like cigars.
Yeah.
Yours? Well,
Maybe just rained outside as well, so it's wet
Mm.
for
Wet pavement. Of course, the wet.
yeah.
slightly
on
like
wet
fish,
pavement.
slightly like ozone.
Yeah.
But
I can
yeah.
hear
I
heels
love it.
click clacking. Click,
Yeah.
clack.
it's my heels because I decided I wanted to feel nice.
Gregory's waiting in the alley outside the theater. Anyway, so but there's only 2 tickets. Hiccup.
There's only that's the thing is we gotta obviously I can get in, but 2 tickets to get one of you guys in, and then somebody's gonna have to figure it out the rest. Which
How about this? I'm gonna make it slightly easier.
okay.
With skills like mine, Gregory don't need tickets.
God, yes.
Gregory, I'm going in with you.
And
Nice.
yeah, Zaz though. I'm sorry. Zaz's character, Abel,
Abel.
can blend in with a
Change your
crowd,
name on the
so
screen.
He could probably sneak in without the ticket.
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So here's a question. Maybe Tuck's the only one that needs them. You could give them to Tuck here. And the question
I was
then
gonna say
is-
Tuck and Jess, but yeah.
Tuck-
Sorry.
Well, Jess said she wants to come with me through.
Jess says a
Friday.
lot though. She works at a bar. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude,
So the question is,
to be fair, I say everything. Just whatever gets me attention. I like people looking at me and noticing me. It's
Yeah.
a fault.
okay, how
What
about
do you
this?
want?
How about this? Gregor says, "Sorry, Toots, you just slowed me down."
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
But deliciously.
All right, so
she has a smile that could start a war and end a man.
So Tuck and Jess are gonna go through the front door with the tickets. Abel is gonna try to just sneak in, and I am going to try to sneak in a different way. So, Abel, could you describe your approach to how you're going to sneak in?
Oh, it's so generally the crowd will check tickets. I noticed that the ticket guy is tearing the tickets and putting them onto the ground along with the receipts, because generally they buy a ticket and it comes with a receipt. There are receipts in the 1920s, I imagine. 40s, sorry. So I pick up one and notice the guy's not really paying attention, and I compliment him because I'm a barber, and I'm like, say some probably actually talk like the character, not do this way.
Yeah.
Sorry, get more into character. Yeah, I pick up the receipt knowing it looks exactly like the ticket with the newspaper in hand. And then I kind of like fumble a little bit and go, hey, it's okay. You could use a shave. Come down to the shop sometime when you want to come in, and just kind of finesse my way through the front door.
Love it.
And it's still a ticket, but he tears it because he doesn't really notice. And
I would propose we can just say that just happens and you get right in, or we can have our first roll here to see how
Yes.
it goes for you.
yes, please. I would
Let's
love
watch
nothing
him
more than that.
fail dramatically.
Right? Oh yeah, you know what? No, use the computer. Don't use the bullet dice because I want everybody to see this live, because this is like uncanny, this superpower. Okay, what are we rolling there, bro? Am I calling you Brian out of character? Or
Gregor.
should I call you Gregor? Gregor, what am I?
So
What-
yeah, you're just gonna
what
roll
am I rolling?
1d6 to start with to see,
Okay.
and if you get a 5 or a 6, then it's a strong hit, which just means it works. If you
Right.
get a 1 through a 4, it's a weak hit, which means that it does work. However, there's going to be some kind of complication, and you
Right.
have the choice to roll again and add to your initial roll. But if you overshoot, then it becomes a miss, and you basically have more chaotic disaster. Okay,
You're
so
used
we'll,
to that.
Yes, 100%. This is where the creative thinking comes. Yeah, go on.
You tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I will say this is actually for a weak hit. This is the best possible outcome because you have more range. So now the question is, do you just want to take the weak hit? Do you just want to take the weak hit
Double down.
and describe
It's
describe a complication? So in other words, you do get in, but something complicates the situation. Or do you want to roll and add to it? But if you were to get a 6, you would be overshooting and you would get a miss.
Let's roll again. Yeah, I think there's nothing. There's no way this could screw up twice in a row. Are you insane? Like, I'm an ex-actor. I can blend in. There is no. I mean, I got the cards.
I think you have good odds. You have good odds.
100%.
Sure. Everybody else in the world would have good odds.
You know what kind of odds you have? The exact same odds you had last time when you got a 1.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, you ready, Zaz?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're still at a weak hit, so you still have the complication. However, at this point, you would have to get a 1 or a 2 to get the strong hit. So you can push again if you want to.
Yeah. Trouble's my middle name. Let's go.
Oh my god, I love
Trouble's
it.
my middle name.
Hit me. It's only 20 points. I want 21.
Let's go.
And of course, 1 over. All right, so now you have a miss. So what that means is, what you wanted was you wanted to get past this guard unnoticed, right? Or this, not guard, but you know what it is. So what happens in a miss is basically you get what you don't want, right? Presumably that you don't get in, but also a complication. Okay. Now, for a complication, if you have an idea for the complication, we can just roll with it. Otherwise, there is a complications table that we can roll on to get
just realistic. Sorry?
No, I was saying let's try the table, just see how it works, and then.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
It's up to you. It's your character, but.
Yeah.
Right, roll one more time here, and we'll get a 1, which is a character loses or breaks something. So basically, you need to describe now why this doesn't work and you don't get in, and either as part of that or unrelated to that, what is lost or broken.
Oh, this is going to be bad, or I don't know. So obviously the guy looks at the ticket. He's like, "This isn't a ticket, man." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I do one of these. And I pull out my wallet, and he grabs my wallet, which has my ID, which has my real name in it, which completely exposes. Wow. So potentially, he hasn't opened it, fortunately. But I'm like, hey, hold on, I'll get my ticket. I'll be right back. And not talk like that, because that's a whole different character. But hold on.
So I think let's come back to this in just a moment. I'm now gonna see if I can get in successfully. So I'm in a back alley.
Yeah, sorry to monopolize, guys. My apologies.
Oh yeah, fine, whatever, buddy.
So Gregory is in a back alley, and of course, I'm just going to try to go in through the sort of side entrance where all the like gaffers and stuff would go in. I'm kind of assuming that the door is not locked. There is an oracle that's a yes/no thing. I'm thinking that it's pretty likely that it is not locked. I'm just going to roll to see. I'm doing it off screen. It's a 4. So yeah, I get the likely outcome here. So it is not locked. So I just walk on in. The next question is whether anybody would be backstage that might see me. And I think that given that there's obviously a show that's going to be going on, I think it's quite likely that there are people backstage who might see me. I am hoping, however, that at the moment that everyone is busy doing stuff, right? So I'm going to use the oracle again rather than doing like an action roll, because I'm really just kind of walking in. And again, I get the likely outcome. So somebody does see me. I think one of the riggers who's kind of like setting up all the lights and that sort of thing. He sees me, he doesn't recognize me, and says, "Hey, you, what are you doing back here?" Right. And I have to think on my feet now, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to do about this.
Compliment him on how much he looks like Geddy Lee. They love that.
I don't even know who that is. Geddy Lee?
The bass player for Rush.
Oh, nice. I do know who that is. I just
Whole
yeah.
different generation.
Yeah. Wrong time though. It would be it'd be stand up. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I think that I am going to just pick something up and be like, yeah, oh, boss sent me back here to get the, I don't know, this gaffer tape. Of course, it's gaffer tape. You know, and whether that works or not, I don't know. I'm going to roll. I get a 1. I'm definitely going to push. I get a 2. Oh, crap. It's like a 50-50, so I'm gonna push again. Of course. Okay, so I got a 7. So this did not work out. So far, nothing is working. So much for Greg.
Put down my costume.
Oh boy. I think yeah, exactly. So that's, who is that? Is that Raven Black?
Ooh, it is.
I was wondering if maybe you arrived at the same time she did. That would have been.
Yeah, I would say, Miss Black. I was asked to bring these to your green room.
I'm sorry. Who are you and why are you here?
Name's George. It's always George. It's always George.
Yes,
George. That sounds made up. My costume should never be in the hands of anybody but myself or my costumer. And if you touch it again, I'm gonna have you fired and thrown off this set.
Nice. So I just rolled for complication to while you were giving that line, and I got that my shadow creates trouble. And my shadow was I watched an influential member of the Shiners die in front of me, and why didn't I save them? Interesting.
Which ties in with your past.
Yeah. How does that could
you out yourself? Or do we want to move forward with the rest of us coming in the building since this is, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's come back. There's some drama happening backstage right now. Let's go to
drama at the front, drama at the back. I love this. This is a very Ocean's 4.
Let's go to Jess and Tuck. So you guys obviously got to just walk in. What are you seeing?
They have the best time ever. They get some drinks, relax a little bit, probably hit the bathroom, have a cigarette.
My thinking, because I personally have been in a lot of bars in my life, I used to review them for a living. It's going to be what we see in Tuck. I hope you like it. I almost worked here. This is a fabulous turn of the century bar, which means we didn't have ice when it was made, but it's fabulous. It's decorated in a lot of leather. You can see outside the windows just a little bit. You can still see it soggy and wet out there. And basically this is where people meet and socialize, get together before they go into the theater to see the show. We're going to get drinks here, and there's a jukebox. Nobody's playing it. I think I'm going to play a song. Yeah.
Nice. Do we need to roll for a song? Is that
not
no,
necessarily?
Just play the song.
A jukebox?
Out of curiosity, what song?
We prepared something.
Nice. I'm hiding away. Oh, you did your research. We'll do the.
So yeah, just want to play some music. Set the tone here. But it's a nicely appointed lobby. It is a little old for its age, even in this noir setting, but it's beautiful and it's well cared for. And there's people milling about and more people coming in as they come through the line.
Nice. I think the effect that song has on everyone, of course, is that they're in the mood to party now. Roll. Tuck, how about you? What's going on for you?
Well, first off, I know why Jess didn't get the job here, and she's been forced to work at the Drowned Rat. I'm not going to let on, but I know the reasons behind it, and I'm going to grab myself a whiskey.
Nice. I think the guy who pours you a whiskey slides it over to you, and he makes an unexpected remark to you.
What
Does
is
anybody have a good idea what that remark might be?
Your friend needs help out front.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. He says something along those lines. He says, you see that fool tripping over himself at the front door, so now you're aware
Yeah.
of what's going on.
Look at
Yeah,
that goober.
He's like, he goes, he might have an easier time trying the west. And he points at the exit, like you could let him in through the exit,
Mhm.
something along those lines.
All right, so
Ooh, I like
what
that.
if then I notice that's going on, so I go over and try to convince the ticket taker that Abel did buy a ticket because I saw him at the ticket booth earlier.
I would
Cool.
not. Okay.
I like it.
sure.
Can I give that
Cool.
a shot?
Yeah, go for it. Give it a roll.
All right, I'm gonna roll for it. Let me bring this up here.
Yeah, because then it won't be Abel rolling the dice.
Have we ever seen Josh roll? I guess we have.
It's a 5.
Nice.
Good vibe,
So
right?
this
Good
is a strong hit. So somehow this works quite well. What happens?
I got
I
it.
go over to the.
All right,
I
you
go
know
over
what?
to-
You guys, I don't care. It's a $20 show. I'm not getting any of it. Just go. Just next time, don't lie to me.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
And
I'm tired of
how
the
about
noise.
how about the wallet? Does he does he give it back?
I don't know, Abel.
freely?
Did you remember?
No, that's the thing is that I'm able to just kind of,
He
hey, I'm
gripped
sorry
you.
about that. You do the patting on the arms thing, and I just grab the wallet and keep walking in, just in the confusion of the moment. Is it possible to pull that off?
I think
But
so.
you steal your
The
own wallet
question
back
is,
from-
yeah, the question is for you. Are you interested in the sort of dramatic possibility of failure here, or do you just want it to work and you get the wallet back?
If you give me a chance to fail 10 times out of 10, I'm going to say, let's go. There is no point in playing a game if there's no game to play. I am
There you
all
go.
in. Yes. Roll it. Let's get a 1.
We know what kind of
Oh.
player you are.
There you go.
Nat
You got
20.
yourself a 6.
And I
Cool.
pat him off and I straighten him. I go, my apologies for the misunderstanding. You have yourself a good day, sir. And I give him like a little wink, but I lean in and grab my wallet and just do one of these right out of frame. Yeah.
All right. So the three
That's
of
what
you
happened.
are now in. Meanwhile, Gregor, who was very confident in things, is in the
Gregor.
back.
Who's just
Currently
getting things
thinking-
done.
Yeah, currently speaking with the star of the show, who isn't having it. And I was thinking about what this complication could mean, and but I wasn't thinking too hard. So the best I could come up with was that Raven had some kind of relationship, not like a romantic thing, just like it was. By the way, Raven, female, male? What is Raven?
Oh,
In this-
female.
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 Okay.
She's
Yeah.
the Raven.
Oh yeah,
She's the
dress.
Raven.
That's right. Yeah, we said. You
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
dress. So
I think it's a
Um,
costume, but yeah.
oh yeah, okay. So her brother, let's say her brother is the person who was the Shiner that I watched die. I don't know if she knows that he was a Shiner though, but she does recognize me as somebody who was present when this happened for some reason. Does that make sense? How could we make
Yes.
that make sense?
I remember you. You were in the photos of my brother that night he was murdered.
Wait.
Wait. I'm trying to phrase it as you were in the. I've seen you in photos of my brother. Were you there the night he was murdered?
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping over my words here. Yes, I knew Mr. Do you think his
Reggie.
name was also Black?
Reggie.
Or is that probably
go
not,
for like
right?
a brother
So
name.
Reggie. Yeah, we'll go with Reggie. And I think her real name, of course, is probably not Black. So we'll go with I knew Reginald.
Yeah. So what happened? I need to know. Nobody said anything. All I hear was he was murdered, mysterious circumstances, government, this and that. I don't have shit. You hung out with him that year at least. I remember seeing photos even older than that. What do you know?
It was. Do you want the official line, or do you want the
Just
truth?
tell me the truth.
It was that damn dirty rat, Enzo Marinosi.
So
You got to say it. You killed my brother.
you killed my brother. Prepared to die.
Oh, not wrong line, but sure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you were close.
Enzo, Reginald had gotten into, he was running some things for Enzo. I don't know if you knew that about him, but while you were enjoying
Enzo
a
thought
rise to fame, huh?
I know Enzo thought that.
Well, the thing is that he didn't live up to Enzo's expectations, and people who don't live up to Enzo's expectations, well, they don't live long.
So what happened? Who did it?
I didn't see his face. It was just a shadowy figure, but
You were there? Why didn't you stop
shoot. So, listen, I was inexperienced. I shouldn't have been there in the first place. I didn't have any kind of tie to the Marinosis. I knew if I left when I left.
Wait, you were part of the organization?
Listen,
Wait, just aside.
I
She
think-
was too, right? That's how
Well,
she got
she's-
started. The org was pushing her
she's
up.
part of the department.
Department, okay.
Yeah, but we, or at least,
We don't know if she's aware of what we are.
I think was it Tuck or Abel that believes that? I don't know.
That's Abel. Like
Yeah.
that's my mission is to beeline towards her, to her, and figure out, why they want to whack me. Shut up, Hammer. Sorry, Nathaniel. Why I was attempted to be whacked and what her involvement is with the department. So kind of twofold. And maybe I may or may not have killed her brother. I don't know. I haven't decided today.
Oh no! Oh no! So I think this interaction is going
Good time to
very
cut back and
poorly
get us
for me.
closer to her or in the area.
Yeah.
So I think at this moment I'm freaking out because I just keep letting more and more information slip, and I
Love it.
literally I just bolt. I'm like I'll find a way in. I'll
You're
find
just
a
like-
way in. I
Yeah.
do the Homer Simpson and like back out the door. And I don't think I need to roll for that. I just run out into the night.
Just run.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna find another way in, but for now we're good. Okay.
When you say in, by the way, can I get a definition of what in is? When you say you're finding another way into where?
Just back into the theater. But for now, like going backstage through the sort of the crew door or whatever turned out to be a bad move because
Right.
apparently I got a big mouth on me. So
Nice. You just spilled immediately.
yeah.
So
Just sick. He's a singing Jaybird. Look at him.
Love it.
gotcha. All right, where are we going to be now?
So I think I'd go back to Abel here because he's the one with a plot here, right? Like he wants to expose this. So like, where does your sort of intent to expose
So
Raven take you next?
right,
We're all
blending.
three
with what-
inside now.
Yeah, we're all three inside. Tuck, you have I need your specific set of skill. I mean, I blend, right? So hypothetically, I could just, after I did the whole blah blah blah, there's a crowd, there's a hustle and bustle, music's playing by the famous Brian Hazzard, and I can just beeline through the distraction without being seen. Hypothetically, and again, I know this is probably not realistic, but would there be a way I could either? This is where I'm like, can we get a perception check? It's just light up a cigarette, kind of my collar up a little bit, and just move through the crowd in find a way to blend my way backstage, whether it be forcefully removing someone's outfit or finding an outfit off to the side, like that was left haphazardly. Unless Tuck, like I'm kind of looking at you because it's kind of you and me. Like you helped me in, and I'm walking by you. Like, is there like a? Well, hold on, let me look at your skill set.
Well, now that you're in, why do you need to sneak around?
Well, it's because I got to get backstage. That's where Raven Black is.
Well, but if you're going to make an announcement, wouldn't you have set this up beforehand, or is this a surprise announcement?
It would be to first ask her, and then hopefully
I
we.
see. Well, then why don't you just knock on the door?
I have to get back there. You think they're just going to let this guy who?
Well,
Sorry?
wait a minute, guys. While you do this, I'm going to start working my way towards the barbacks and the help, not the bartender themselves. I'm going to use my bartender experience and my notoriety in town as somebody who's worked in the Drowned Rat for a long time.
Right.
Try to butter them up and get information on not only the layout of the place, but anybody famous or people of interest that we might be looking for besides Raven who might be in the building, that sort of thing. I'm going to pump them for as much perception information as I can get using my bartender skills.
Beautiful. That and where's your location, Brian? Are you back outside? Are you?
I think at this point, I have had the brilliant idea to get myself up onto the roof.
I knew you were going for the roof.
I've climbed a fire escape, and I'm up on the roof. That's as far as I've gotten at this point.
Okay. Do I know that, or is this? I guess clearly I don't know that.
No, I don't think you know.
Okay, because it was like one of those things where my character, I just imagine he thinks he's so cool because in his head he's still an actor. That he'd do the just lean against the emergency exit, open it, crack for you to come in, and just walk away and let you in, but like not even acknowledge that he did that.
Can I pitch that I am in some way involved in your plot? Like you've involved me, like you've given me sort of a task to do. I don't know what that task would be, but like as far as exposing this revelation.
Oh, I propose an idea, just an idea here, that your part of your task is to get the house lights up full when he gives you the signal.
Okay, cool.
Something like that.
Sounds good.
Oh my gosh! Now I totally know what I want to do. Yes.
All right, so
yes.
is there? Let's say that we need to get Abel backstage. So somebody's probably watching that door. Is there a chance that I might have some dirt on that person watching the door that I could threaten to get him through?
Well, let me ask this: how likely do you think that is?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna. While you do that,
So what we could do is go ahead.
You're a barber.
There's a perfect. We can use the oracle, and so what we can do is whatever you think is. If you think that's the likely outcome that you do have dirt on them, then that would be the 1 to 4 result. If you think that's the unlikely outcome, that would be the 5 to 6. So basically, state what you think is likely and what you think is unlikely.
I have access to a lot of information down at the bureau, so I'm going to say that it is likely that I will know something about this person on the door.
Okay. And how about?
Here
Well, we'll deal with unlikely if we get it. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you've got some
And
information.
Zaz roll for you.
No, this is a good thing. This is what I'm
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the oracle where it works a little differently. So in this case, because that's the likely outcome, you're good to go. So you have some kind of dirt on this person. I think maybe that this person has been arrested several times and for stealing from past employers.
So I sneak over the door and I go, "Hey, man, does the theater know about what happened a couple years ago?"
What are you talking about? And what are you doing back here?
Oh man, I don't think we have to talk about that so much as we do that arrest, and then maybe the other one. Maybe we
My
have a longer
arrest.
conversation than this.
Listen,
maybe
keep it down. Keep it down. What do you need? What do you need?
Maybe Abel here walks past this door, and then I walk away, and we never talk again.
Listen, no problem. No, you don't have any weapons on you or anything like that, right?
Oh, he's clean.
Clean.
Nice guy.
He reaches to like do a quick pat down on Abel. Do you let him do it or?
Yeah, I'll let him do it, but as he's doing it, I'm just kind of being like super like alpha, like actor alpha, you know, like hey, you didn't even take me to dinner yet. Like something along
Yeah.
those- yeah.
Love it. Does he find anything, or is there?
He
any
finds a
wisdom?
pair of scissors and a comb, a little black comb. He's
Okay.
like, "What? I'm a barber. What up?"
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he gives you the side eye about the scissors, but
course,
reluctantly
of course.
hands them back to you, like, all right, you can go on through. You two,
Yeah.
And he looks at Tuck and he says, "You two, or are you staying back here?"
Nope, I'm all good. I'm gonna disappear. We never got to talk again. Appreciate your time.
All right.
And as you do that, I look at you, Tuck, and I say, "Tell the dame we're almost ready." Meaning Jess.
Dame. You call me Dame?
I mean, that's what they did back then, man.
I'm not
I could've
your
said-
Dame.
All
I am
right.
not
Raven
your
step-
Dame.
quick
You couldn't
musical
afford
interlude.
this game.
Do you? I want to see if you know this obscure these days reference. There ain't nothing like a dame. Nothing in the world. You know that one?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. That's from South Pacific. Anyway.
Oh my god, a South Pacific reference. Nice.
Which I have seen.
Yes. Yes.
Fortunately,
It's been a while.
You're not sexy like Lieutenant. Anyway, go ahead.
I will school you on West Side Story though.
Yeah, nice.
'Cause
Okay.
When you're a jet all the way.
That's okay.
From your first cigarette to your last dying day. Everybody knows this. Anyway, I guess if you want me to roll or not, I think it's very likely that I can get information out of a barback or two about who's in the building, or anything special going on that night that I need to be aware of.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll or?
Yeah.
Up to you. If you have an idea for
Man, I think I could do it
something.
like in
Cool.
for real.
All right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Cool.
hit it. We got a 2. That's good news.
So what do I learn? What do I learn here?
what we could do, if you have an idea, we just roll with it. If you want some inspiration, we could just sort of use the scene titles for this purpose.
Yeah, what is our ultimate
yeah.
mission here?
What do you mean? Oh, so
What is it?
this current scene title is a scandalous revelation. But what I meant was we could roll again just to get some random words to spark your creativity if
Let's
you
do it.
want.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
All right.
I'm gonna roll now.
Cool.
5. Are we gonna roll again?
Yep. One more.
Okay, one more.
Oh,
And a 6. We got 11.
Interesting.
forging
I don't know what you're
bonds of
gonna
youth.
do with this. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. But yeah, the forging bonds of youth.
So I'm assuming I'm forging bonds with these people.
Ooh, I've got a pitch. I've got a pitch for
Yeah.
you.
All right.
You joined the Bounders when you were younger, right? Could what you learned have something to do with the Bounders?
Yes. Yes, he could. So after talking with the barbacks, I approach Tuck because Abel is working his way backstage to perform a surprise. And pull Tuck
Did you
aside.
bring me another whiskey.
I got myself one too, of course.
All right.
I got it in the big jug. So we can split it.
It's my moonshine.
It's kind of bar we're in. So what I found out, you don't know this about me, but when I was young, I was in the Bounders. And yes, the Bounders is an improv comedy group that tries to put on performances all around town. And that's where I met Raven. And that's really where everything started. And what you need to know is not only is Raven here, but all of the original founders of the Bounders are here as well in a booth in the balcony upstairs in a private area all by
Are
themselves.
you, for some reason, scared of an improv troupe?
Well, the problem is
That would be
that
a
Gregora had his trophy stolen by them. They thought his poetry was so funny they wanted to turn it into a skit.
It wasn't even supposed to be funny. Anyway.
Yeah, I brought it all back around. So that's the setting that I leave you with. That the Bounders, the former comedy troupe, are all upstairs.
Nice.
Possibly the whitest kids you know are sitting upstairs, watching whatever's about to happen. And also, there's a reason for Gregory to be involved with them.
Yeah.
If you had overheard it, you're on the roof right now. You haven't heard it yet.
I was on the roof. I think at this stage, I've probably found some kind of way to possibly get down into, what do they call the
Backstage.
where the lighting and stuff is up there, the
Yeah,
rigging,
the lighting.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
And so just
Lighting
to
booth.
get a roll check, like Gregory what is his goal in this?
So I think you had given me the task to sort of like turn on all the lights, like high.
That's when I
Yep.
said the Dame thing. I
He's
said
working through
Jess, and I realized I was like, oh crap. Yeah, I was like, that was more for Gregory. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, okay.
Yep. So I think I'm sort of climbing down this rigging stuff, but the question is now I think do the Bounders possibly sort of see me? So I'm hoping not. I think I'm gonna do an actual action roll here because there's also other risks involved here of like climbing down, all this stuff. So I'm kind of
lighting booth. Yeah, there's some electricity in there too.
Yep. So I'm doing a quick roll and I got a 1. Man, there's a lot of ones. I think I'm feeling like I feel like Google biases towards ones, but here we go. I'm rolling again, and it's a 2. You know what? I'm just gonna keep the weak hit. So
There you go.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Like I'm in position. But there is a complication. And the complication is your shadow creates trouble, which was the same. So that's the same complication I got last time. So, oh no. So, this was the influential member of the Shinerstein in front of me. Why didn't I save them? Well, I think it's not the Bounders that see me actually. Raven Black sees me again because I think this is an interesting callback to that. She's like, "You, what are you doing up there?" Right. So that's not good. But I am in position. But she knows I'm there. I don't know what's going to happen with that yet. I'm gonna let that pause for now so that we can switch over to what else is going on.
I feel
I
like
think
this is
Abel-
coming.
I think
Yeah,
it's coming up to you. You're in
Yeah,
place.
isn't Abel.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
backstage?
I feel like we're coming to what I mean should be. Do I see? Is she in vision? Like, in vision?
Well,
Can I?
we're backstage? So I mean, it's
Yeah. So I'm coming up on her.
Gregor.
Yep.
Wait a
Do I-
minute. How about
He's in
this?
the lights.
Ladies and
Gregor's in
gentlemen.
Oh,
Ladies
yep.
and gentlemen, I would like you to all take your seats, light your candles, and let's give a quiet round of applause for our opening act.
It's
Raven
anything
Black.
but quiet. Anything but quiet. It's a standing, like, yeah, Raven Black, yeah.
But before the curtains like pull, can I? Then she notice I'm behind her, like there, or no? Do you want to? I mean, because doing
what you
this
wanna
on
do?
stage,
You
I
gotta-
feel like doing
that's
this
what you wanna
before
do,
she
roll
goes
for it.
on stage. Oh, you son of a gun! The dirtiest words ever. Roll for it. All right.
Yeah, should we do I feel like this is maybe more of an oracle roll, unless you have a particular approach in mind, like something that you're trying to do that could go wrong. Otherwise, if it's just a question of does she notice you, we could do an oracle.
I mean, I'm behind her, and I was going to say a line, and then she's be like, "Oh, you're alive," or something like that. Because remember, in my headcanon, like I am grizzled because I became a barber, was an actor, working with her. They try to do a hit, yada yada yada. Am I saying too much? Am I ruining this? I feel like
I don't know.
I'm very-
I think
Okay.
rather than a roll, then why don't we just sort of role play it out, and
Okay.
you can kind of say your line, and we'll see where it goes from there. I think the music maybe needs to change mood or something.
Yeah, this is a little too hype for
Sure
what's
it's
going to
not
happen next.
copywritten.
Yeah, or even silence, because let's see what dramatic line.
Dun,
Abel-
dun.
If it'd be like kid, if beauty were a crime, you'd get life without parole. And she'd turn around and smell the smoke from my cigarette and be like,
Clove cigarettes. Abel, is that you?
part of that, yeah, it'd be more like, Abel, is that you? And I'm like, why'd you do it? You know, not even like all the malice and anger like I had going into this is like, why? You know, and that's what I want to know from her. Like, why was she working for the department? Like, why? What did she know? And that's when she says why, I would probably cue in Gregora, right? I would hope a confession would come out of it without me having to get physical, because I don't believe physicality would be necessary, because I would hope, I mean, maybe good roll, that guilt would overtake her. Is that what happens in real life, guys?
Is this all happening in front of the audience, like on the stage?
No, that's why I was like hoping to get this before the audience, because if it's
I think-
having the audience, she'd be like, security? Who's this douche? Like, get him off the stage. By the way, they said douche a lot in the 1940s. By the way.
Did they really? Oh, I see.
Fact.
When talking about douches, yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, I think that this is happening, or at least beginning to happen, in position as the curtains are about to open, but they haven't necessarily opened just
Yeah,
That's
yet.
she's
what
been
I would-
announced that the curtains
Yep.
aren't open. She's announced.
And I think that Nathan, I almost, I've just started calling you Jess, and I forgot that I forgot that you were Nathaniel. You're just,
I am Jess.
you
I am
are
Jess.
Jess.
It's my feminine wiles.
Yeah. I think you've been doing a good job also playing Raven Black here. So why don't you react?
Why'd you do it, kid?
What? Oh my God, you're alive.
What does
thought-
the department have on you? Why? Why did you try to have me whacked?
You knew the one thing that can destroy everybody.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
You saw what happened to the founding member. Is that we going there? Is that where, like, how far back, or like how far do we want to go? Like, because I want to implicate you in something deeper.
I'm implicated. I'm the one that wants justice, but okay. Yeah.
Right now, the
No.
curtains are open,
You
right?
Because the whole goal was that we thought that she was working with the department. She was sussing.
Oh yeah, let's go with So I was trying to think. I wanted to make it more interesting, but it could get too twisted and too stupid. So I wasn't blackmailed into working for the department. I chose to work for the department. They were the only thing that kept me off the streets. They saved my father. They kept him from jail. And yeah, they may have used him to turn in his friends, and they may have used him to sell drugs, but they kept him out of jail. And I had a father for my whole life. I would do anything for the department.
The department had your brother killed.
No, they didn't. I don't know what to go with that.
Who?
So here's
Am I?
I'm just gonna throw this out.
I'm just trying
there.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's give me.
So one thing that's
A
going to happen
lifeline.
right now, one thing
Yeah.
that's going to happen right now is the curtains open.
Yeah.
So now there's, of course, Raven Black and this strange bearded man.
I mean, yeah. That's
On stage.
now I'm thoroughly screwed.
And I'm in the audience, and I can tell when people are lying, right?
Oh, interesting. I like that. Yes. So the curtains open. The question is, can you hear anything that's being said, or is it
Thank God,
just
Brian.
purely like lip reading
Yeah.
and stuff?
I can only hear what Raven is saying because she's mic'd or is near the mic because she's supposed to be on the stage to perform right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't hear what Abel is saying, but I can hear everything that Raven is saying.
Oh, she said some pretty damning stuff already.
She-
Okay. Okay.
Can-
And Do you want to?
I want to call her on it.
Okay, cool. What's
And
that
then-
look like?
All right, I'm gonna. So do I have to roll for that? Because I just want to say to her, I know that most of what you just said is not true.
So do you like stand up in the audience and sort of shout this, or how's that go?
Yes, yeah. I just stand up from where I'm at and I go, liar.
And who the hell are you?
I think right now, by the
Somebody
way,
who knows.
the audience has to be like, just gasping and like
And-
murmuring.
And it's besides pointing Gregor lights. Like now is the time for the lights.
I'm gonna see. Do I even know how to work these things? So I am gonna roll for this to see, because who knows what could go wrong. So I got a 2. I am gonna push it, and of course I got a 5. So I screw up my one job.
They go up bright and then burn out.
I think I'm not gonna roll complication here because I think that what I do is I'm trying to flip on the light, and I actually like cause the rigging to sort of like fall on one side, right? So the whole thing kind of, and I'm like hanging on from this thing. Oh, man, what a disaster Gregor is. He's like he's terrible. Anyway,
The bounders are upstairs in the balcony making monkey noises and trying to make
Yeah.
improv riffs on all the stuff falling apart.
Love it.
Where is this?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
that's
just because I'm thinking about the mission here, I just want to throw this question out there: how does Bubblegum Johnny enter the scene?
I have an idea.
Oh
He's
no.
one of the bounders, isn't he?
I was
That's
going
a
to do
really-
this. I'm not Raven Black.
I think that he always
Oh
fought
no!
with- I thought
Wait.
that he always fought with Raven's brother as to who was the founding member of the group, and they were always an argument about that.
So,
You know, it would be something along the lines of like I'm the one surviving person that knows it was bubblegum, and they told me to kill you, or no, that's sorry, no.
now, hang on. I'm curious, Abel. You had alluded to the possibility. I don't know if you decided on this or not, but you had alluded to the possibility that actually you were the one that killed
The brother,
Raven's brother. Okay.
correct?
Is
Yeah,
that, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just curious about that one.
no,
Okay.
and I was willing to commit to that, but I was concerned about crossing our two. But yes, I mean, in search of justice and knowing that he was potentially one of the department and
Mhm.
trying to clear my name, work my way up to the person who tried to whack me. And
And what was your grid again? Yours was
my grit, bear with me. Please hold. Why? Why, Josh?
Oh, it's her brother. That's
It's okay.
Oh,
All
Raven. And,
right.
Raven and the
Grit.
crow.
Grit.
That's funny.
I will get justice for everyone who's been framed by the department.
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Ironically enough, I accidentally painted myself in the corner where I was the one framed by the department.
I have an
My
idea.
bad. Narcissism.
Yeah.
Oh, what have we got, Nathaniel?
Can we? And again, I'm losing the thread on some places, I'm sure, but can we change this so that you didn't actually kill her brother? You accepted the blame and you hid for a long time, but it was actually her that killed her brother, and you have shown up with proof.
Sheesh, that is amazing. Yes.
Oh, I like that a lot because it was a shadowy figure. Oh, that's good. That's a good little twist.
Wow.
I like it.
That
but
is.
so
That is.
All right, go with it. Say
Go on.
say some lines. Say some lines.
I-
I'll be Raven. You are the one who murdered my brother. Somebody was here tonight, and I know it was you. What? No, I don't want her being stupid. So you murdered my brother. Everybody's told me it was you.
Why would you believe them after everything we've been through? Why would you believe them?
Who else would have murdered him?
Gregor? No.
It wasn't me.
Chuck, do you hear any information? Like you're the little bat with your sonar. Do you hear anybody scuffling amongst the crowd that would to fit this description of the killer?
No, I don't see anybody in the crowd that would fit the description of the killer. I do see somebody
Call
on
her out.
stage, however.
Oh, am I the killer? Did I completely
No,
miss?
she's the killer. You're the one who took the blame, and now you filed proof.
Oh,
You know
right.
it was
Yes.
her, and you're
Sorry.
outing her in front of the audience. That's okay.
You killed your brother. You know you killed your. I don't know. I got to do it in character. It's. I feel like I'm circling hard.
I'll amend what I said. I'll say, I know I don't see anybody in the audience that would fit that description. I do see somebody on stage, and it isn't Abel. There are only two people on stage, right?
Yeah. It's It's. I'm trying to think of something witty to say in the character, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like, doll, you don't walk into a room, you haunt it. I want to call her Stems. I said doll. I said dame.
I got
it. This Stems here. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk up to the stage and turn around and address the audience. I knew Raven before she was on this stage, and she confessed to me that she killed her brother. She was torn up for an entire year before she left and became Raven, the Raven Black you know. I have it all written down. I have dates. I have everything she ever said about murdering her brother.
You murdered your brother. Yeah.
Along those lines.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, it's too early to have photographs and recordings. Like, it's the 40s. Like, we didn't have that. So I'm trying to think of a way.
Yeah.
All right.
What was proof then?
I'm going to throw just a random thing from my character traits in here, which is that as this is going on, I decided to kind of reveal my trump card here, which is that I am a mail courier, and I have held back a piece of mail that, you know, I maybe I had a little crush on Raven Black at one point. And I was
Hey, that's that guy who wrote that poem. That's that guy who wrote that poem. He wrote the poem. You funny dude.
I was being a creeper and opening her mail, and there was something in the mail that it didn't click for me until now, but like corroborates Abel's story. It was a letter to Bubblegum Johnny that said something about, you know, like the you know, it's a dirty job. I don't know, whatever. I don't have a brilliant idea for how it connects, but something connects. So I'm hanging from the thing and I'm like, oh, you know, Abel, catch. And I throw this this letter down to you. Oh yeah. Good idea. Because now I'm hanging.
Why would you roll that the one time I don't want to roll?
Here we go. I'm gonna roll. Universe. And we get Google decided to break. Here we go. What is going on? Okay.
By the way,
Josh, can you roll for me? Because I can't.
This is honesty, by the way. He could have easily just swayed it one way or the other, and he said, "No, we're going to do this the right way."
All right.
Click me clack.
Go for it.
All right.
Nice. Okay, so it just works. So somehow I managed not to plummet to my death, and and toss you the letter, which presumably lands perfectly into your hands.
Right. And we just tear and we go, here it is, you know. And do I just say, get them, boys?
I say something like, look at the date, right? Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Explain this. And
telegraph.
Raven, I guess, sorry. Here's a photograph. Sorry.
Here's this telegraph. Make you laugh.
Oh no.
Yes. Thank you for getting the reference. You're going to jail.
I like it. Okay.
So Raven confesses, I would imagine. No?
Fun little twist. Yeah, I think Raven probably confesses. I think it would be nice to do a little epilogue here. So
I invite the boys from the Bounders to come down and do a show, and they're so grateful that I've saved the evening for everybody and given them another show that they invite me to perform with them, which I never got to do before they kicked me out of the group.
nice. Early the
All
next
right.
morning too. There's the like newsboys on the corners. I have no idea if this is the right era or not, but anyway,
Sure.
the newsboys on the corners saying extra, Raven Black kills her own brother. You know,
Is that Christian Bale? No, sorry, that's a reference.
love it. Oh man.
But, I'm at the bar too. And I think Gregor would be around there as well. I shaved for the first time in like 30 years since I was an actor, and you could see my scars from the
Can you talk a little slower while
Oh.
Josh generates a new picture, please?
yeah.
So
What are you doing? Are you doing fanfic over there, Tuck?
Yeah, I
Like,
love it.
and I slide a shot over to Gregor for saving my
Page of the
butt
paper
and
here.
do like one of those like cheers moments.
Thanks, I need it. And also you see the camera zooms in on the newspaper, and like in this tiny little section in the lower right corner, it says hang on, what's the it says Abel Spade's comeback, big flop.
Gone with the Wind too, Boogaloo. Oh, that's funny. That's huge. I love it. Huge. Oh,
Hey guys, did you see? I suggested umbrella, and we got to do the umbrella thing.
Now it's funnier because if you read the article, it was a whole wardrobe malfunction.
That's what I did with the umbrella.
Oh boy.
It's a big flop.
Well,
and then
there
they
we
find
go.
like rest in peace, Tuck Faber killed by lighting accident. Sorry.
That's what they think happened.
Right. All right, guys.
Very
did it.
good.
Dude, that's a fun game.
That was a
good.
lot of fun.
Hey, for
So
the first
glad.
time around, it took us a little bit to really figure out the mechanics of it and go with it. But once we were going, like
Not long
once
at
you get
all.
rid of the nerves,
Yeah.
once you
yeah.
get, like of
That's-
performing, because we're all performing in front of each other, which we do
On
but,
stream,
like,
by
that's
the way.
yeah.
Yeah, no, this was so easy to do. Like so easy to do. I mean, easy meaning like the setup and getting us going. We got an hour like or so, like you said. Pretty spot on.
The idea of the character creation is to sort of create some threads that you can pull on, and then of course the scene things give you little prompts, but really once you get going it just builds on itself, right? So
Yeah, and I think the one of the stumbling blocks for me was being an old game player. I'm used to just like letting the DM tell me everything instead of saying how the world's going to be.
That
I have to
was-
break out of that a little bit.
That was
and
the
then
that was
I need to take better notes because I'm trying to do this and the other things, and like I lost the thread at one point about like who is guilty of what and what we were aiming at, and I was just trying to cover for it. I think if you like playing once, you realize these are the points you got to remember. So going in with a slightly different story, or even a different building we're going to go in would alter. It was great.
That's what I absolutely loved about it though, was because I was at one point like I actually realized I was like, hey, I keep looking at Brian like be the DM, but realize no, this is a group thing. And then as you notice, like if you watch the tape back, like halfway through, I was like, hey Tuck, where are you? Like now we're more like synergy, like okay, let's communicate as a team, less relying on a DM and more relying, okay, Gregory, where are you at again? Jess, where are you at again? It was like now I'm like working with
That's
the
about
team.
the time I
instead
felt
of-
comfortable doing Raven instead of asking permission or that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I'd
so
kind
that
of
was
voice
really
it.
cool. That was more storytelling and less somebody dictating what step 2 was. I mean, that was fun.
If I was to
That
give a
and you
quote
do the
on the
best-
back of one of
best
these
falsetto.
games, sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
I said that, and you do the best falsetto.
You do.
Thank you. My quote on the back of the game would be a truly collaborative gameplay experience.
Yes.
That's what it is. Everybody's you don't have to be, but it helps if you're collaborative. If you want to add to a world instead of just sit back and absorb it, is the biggest thing that you have to get in your head playing it. So thanks for sharing, Brian. Seriously, like I don't want to go too long into the weeds on how awesome this was. Obviously, we're going to be buying this, supporting your Kickstarter. Get the URL up one last time because it deserves to be, if you don't mind. If you guys obviously were,
I'll say timing wise on the Kickstarter, I don't know exactly when it'll actually launch, but of course one of the things that's like the biggest predictors to success for a Kickstarter is how many people are following before you hit that go button. And we've just put up the pre-launch page. So I think last time I checked, we were at like 16 or something like that. So, early for this. So if you're interested in the game, go follow the game. And whenever we do launch it, you'll be the first to know about it. I'm toying with the idea of doing some kind of like, I always am struggle with early birds because there's the whole like I missed out on something thing. So I'm trying to think of some like creative early bird stuff where people kind of are like, people who missed it can go, yeah, I don't need that. But people who did get it feel special. It's like it's just walking the line there. So, do follow. I can't promise there will be an early bird, but do follow, because if there is, that's the way you would be able to get it. Is
my thought of this also, some of the early bird things is that people could do with or without is this is an ongoing series. This is a career choice for you. You're not just doing something, and if you make some money, then you'll buy a new car. This is what you're I didn't mention that you're going van life as well to support this. You're changing your entire life to do this. So you will have more. I think your autograph on the early ones, the first printings of the early ones, is a great bonus, because let's assume this takes off, and I'm going to, and becomes a thing. Those add value. It's a great bonus for people that believed in you early. So I
appreciate that idea. That's a good idea, actually. On that real quick, I'll just quickly note that the van life thing. So we it turns out that software is a much more lucrative career than making games. However, it's also a strange time for technology.
Really?
It is. It's very time for technology.
You're talking to several people in the technology game. Yeah.
This is where we get into the Claude discussion, right?
And I'm very much at the my midlife crisis point too, and like ready to do something new. I have made the decision to go full time on this, and it's part of that is a lifestyle change to go to RV life. So we'll be doing that full time. We're still in a house at the moment, but we're working on selling the house, and we're going full time. The kids we're going to do, interestingly enough, game schooling with the kids, and road schooling and park schooling. It's kind of a combination of things with the kids, because we're big believers in kind of like self-led education. I am you might have been able to guess this, but I am high ADHD. So
I didn't
for me personally, traditional education didn't work very well for me. I want to offer my kids something a little better. And so that's part of it as well. But it's a huge shift that we're in the middle of making right now.
Well, I believe in you. I mean, I'm a positive person by nature. I like what you have here. I like your approach to it. I know you have a method that you've developed on how to start the company, grow the company. You knew to get the fan base first. You knew to be part of the community. You don't look for a community. That sort of thing. So I think you have a solid mind. You're a project or product developer, product manager, all that stuff. It feeds into itself when you do your own thing. I've worked for 5 startups, and I've seen a lot of people in a lot of these roles, and there's so much to learn in the corporate world that you can't apply to yourself. So I look forward to seeing where this is going to go. Should you happen to head up the Pittsburgh way in the RV, look us up. We'll play a game with you at your campground. Play a game at your campground, and I look forward to it.
Absolutely. I will definitely reach out if I find my way up there, which we've been starting to plan the routes and stuff. And Pennsylvania is actually one of our first stops, I think. So I will reach out.
Awesome sauce, man. Hey, we're going to get you out of here. Stick around after the show real quick. We got a couple things to catch up on. Everybody, thank you. It's the longest show we've done in a long time. Thank you for the interview, Brian. Thank you for playing your game with us, introducing it to us, making new fans from us. I'm sure everybody out there who saw it is a fan as well. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Brian, thank you for being here. Be sure to click the links, check the description, support Brian. This is the kind of stuff that this is the business, the small business that we love seeing around here. So thanks a lot, Brian. Everybody have a great night.